This is a place.
This is the place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place. Welcome to this week's episode of This is a Place podcast. My name is Nate, and with me is a guy who says the best way to spread Christmas cheer is quoting Christmas Vacation for all to hear. Brandon.
Merry Christmas. I'm not going to finish the rest of it.
The crapper's full. Because, I mean, your true friends are the ones who've quoted at least 10 times Christmas Vacation so far, right?
Right.
And if they haven't made any quotes, then do you really need them as friends?
I mean, we bring it up on the podcast all the time. I think, is this our favorite podcast Christmas movie?
It's
like as a podcast. I'm not saying personally, but within the podcast realm, it's our favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's the movie that keeps on giving the whole year.
Indeed, it is.
I don't know. Did I already mention this? That Fox 13 had a poll or a study or whatever you call it, survey.
You told me about it.
A nationwide survey. So not just here, but it was just Fox or somebody that each state in their favorite Christmas movie, and 70% of them was Christmas Vacation, with Utah obviously having that as our favorite Christmas movie. So who knows?
Wasn't Mr. Kruger's Christmas for us, huh?
No, I think that was a close second, next to Die Hard. But yeah, like you always wonder when they do these surveys or polls or something like that, what's the subject group or what's the age and what's the criteria to take the question or answer the question. But yeah, and like I think I told you already that I took the kids to see Christmas Vacation in the movie theater because they're doing reruns of the Christmas classics every weekend.
Uh-huh.
So we did Christmas Vacation. Last week was Elf. This week they're doing Polar Express, but I'm not too excited about going to see that, so we'll probably
just
skip
watched
it.
That last night, man.
Did you?
That one's a family classic for us.
Oh, really? I just think it's so long. Then I thought about it. I'm like, they usually play them early in the afternoon. I'm pretty tired. Like Elf, I fell asleep. So I'm like, I should take them to Polar Express because I have no interest in watching it, so I could take them and just fall
nice
asleep.
Nap.
So, and then on Christmas Eve, if everything works out, we're going to go see Jim Carrey's Grinch. So
nice. Watch that one this year as well.
But it was fun.
Have a question for you. Going back to Christmas Vacation, can you quote the whole monologue near the end of the movie?
The one where he goes, "Where's the Tylenol? Where's whatever?" No, I cannot.
You don't have the whole thing nailed down. Okay. Homework assignment for you.
If anybody's looking for a last minute Christmas gift for me, I've got one.
You got started.
Well, we were talking about just the movies in general, the vacation movies earlier today, right? And obviously it started with Vacation, came out in 83. European Vacation came out in 85. And this is kind of a tangent as well, but how often does the third movie in the series beat the other two? Christmas Vacation.
Well, the third Back to the Future is the best one, isn't it?
It's true. It's a good point. But that one technically was filmed at the same time as two was. So really, Back to the Future 2 was just a really long movie, and they turned it into two movies. Yeah, so it is. I guess if you're a Star Wars fan, you might say Return of the Jedi is better than the other two, but most people argue Empire Strikes Back is the better. So anyway, it's just rare. Usually when you do a sequel, it almost gets worse and worse. Actually, Rocky 3, that's a good one in the series. That's better than the first two. But that's really when kind of Rocky started going away from like the good writing, and that's when Rocky became Rocky. Like you watch it to be motivated to work out.
Yeah,
basically. But going back to Christmas Vacation, that came out in 89. Then you had Vegas Vacation, came out in 97, which is okay as well. Had some good one-liners. Then they made Christmas Vacation 2 in 2003, which I never saw. Did you see that one?
No, I see it pop up but I've never seen it.
But I had no idea. And then they made in 2015, they kind of redid Vacation, but I never saw that one either. But I had no idea that they made one called Hotel Hell Vacation in 2010.
News to
Never
me.
with Chevy Chase and everything, but I had no idea they made it. Oh, here's probably why. It's a short 14 minutes. Okay, that's making more sense. So it's just a 14-minute movie. But now I need to watch it. It's only got a 51%
Well, no, we need to
rating.
watch it.
We should watch it together. We should do a whole episode on it. We should just make a Christmas vacation podcast.
Okay, yeah.
We will.
It'll be the shortest podcast.
Oh, heck
Well, that's
no.
probably not
Heck
true.
no. We could do a whole year on it easy. We just have to.
Just take every movie in segments.
What
Just
you
the
can
first
do
10
we can
minutes of
do
every
an
movie.
episode on each character. We can do an episode on each location. We can do an episode on like the best quotes.
We could do like the 7 stages of Christmas Vacation, or like the Kevin Bacon thing. How
Yeah,
everything ties back to Kevin Bacon. We can find out how everything ties back to
to
Vacation.
Christmas vacation or vacation. Yeah, and then we could have like all the actors and actresses who played roles in the movie, especially Rusty and his sister, how they always change between
That's
each
true. Yeah, and rank
movie.
rank who's the best.
So I think we could do it. So we'd like to officially announce our retirement from This Is a Place podcast as we move on to Christmas vacation.
Which has a much wider audience than just Utah.
Uh, I think I've told you before, my favorite thing to quote from Christmas vacation is, I don't know, Margot. My wife still hates that quote. So
Really?
it's every time she asks me a question I don't know the answer to, that's how I respond. That's a
Well,
year-round answer too. It's not just during holidays.
I saw t-shirts. So you and your wife should get these matching t-shirts, or these couple t-shirts. One has the "Why is the floor all wet, Todd?" and the husband can wear the "I don't know,
I don't know,
Margot."
Margot.
So I think that needs to be under your Christmas tree for your wife this Christmas.
Yeah, we need to pull out the cricket and just make our own. Yeah, she's this week at her or this month at her job. I think it's like dress down December or something like that.
Oh, nice.
So we have like 2 tubs full of like Christmas shirts and sweaters and just so what we she's done is she's pulled out enough sweaters to last through her work days in December because they get like the last 2 weeks off. It's pretty cool. Anyways, but she's started with the ugliest and gone backwards. So every day her sweater or shirt gets uglier and uglier until she has the grand finale um, next week. So everybody at her work has been enjoying her Christmas attire so far, and she's
I think
having a
you're
good
gonna
time
need
with it.
to give us some pictures of these,
Yeah, I wonder if she's been taking. She should have been taking a picture every day.
and at
I
least
wonder if she
we
has.
have to at least see what is the winner for the
Oh,
ugliest.
the winner. Yeah, the winner chicken dinner. Yeah, yeah. This one's good. So I'll just give you. I will give you. We'll put a picture up. We'll take a picture. But we found this item. Where did we find it? I want to say at Goodwill or Savers or something like that, like a month or so ago. And I'm like, this is the ugliest thing. She goes, I have to have it. Right. And then we go to Smith's Marketplace. It's on sale at Smith's Marketplace. This item. Yeah. Like you wouldn't believe it. Like, I'm like, holy crap, we got that for a few bucks. And that Smith's Marketplace was like 60. But it's pretty ugly. It's pretty gnarly. So um yeah, we'll take a picture of it when she lets it ride. But she actually has like 3 outfits that she's been debating on which one is uglier. So the last 3 days are going to be pretty good.
Yeah,
But this one I'm talking about, um,
pretty dang ugly.
I wonder when she's going to wear that. But it'll make sense when people see it. People who know me, it'll make sense.
Ugly is sin, but a sweet gal.
Ugly sin. What is that?
That's from Christmas Vacation.
Really?
Yeah.
I even forgot. I can't believe I forgot, but until we went to the theater, that Eddie's son's name's Rocky. I should have been telling my son this whole time that he was named after cousin Eddie's son.
Sure, he'd be proud.
Yeah, instead of Rocky Balboa. Sure, he would enjoy that more. But I'll tell you one other note. My family has loved, like my siblings and my, I should say my mom, not so much my dad, but have loved Christmas Vacation throughout the 90s because it came out in 89. But my mom, being the good person that she is, she always says, I love that movie. I just wish there wasn't so much swearing, or we could get like an edited copy of it. So she says that like every time we talk about Christmas Vacation, like she talks about it and then she brings up that comment. So as we're leaving the theater with my kids, I asked them what you guys think about it. And Bronco says, I really liked it, except for the swearing. I'm like, oh, miniature grandma.
That's where he got it from.
Yeah, like he does not like swearing at all. So, which is good. He calls me out on it if I ever swear, which I never do, right?
Right.
And my wife as well. So it's kind of funny that our kids are the ones that are disciplining the parents rather than the other way around.
I think we have some more to discuss about Christmas Vacation on our
I'm
next
sure we'll bring it up in
episode.
the next episode.
But we do have a topic for today that you have the most experience with. So I'm gonna let you take the lead on it.
Yeah. This well, Monday, the would that be the 19th? Monday the 19th at 7 p.m. Vivint Arena is hosting the 38th annual Larry H. Miller Christmas Carol Sing Along. So it's free to the public. Um, they provide holiday treats. They haven't done this for a few years because of obviously some virus that was going around. I can't remember what it was called. But they gave it last time we went. They had it. We went. They gave out Dunford donuts. They
Nice.
give you a little envelope with a bunch of Larry H. Miller type coupons for like the Bees games, Jazz games, Megaplex, stuff like that. And you get to go into the arena. There's no assigned seating. You just find your seats like you would going to church or anything else. And then they'll have a full orchestra, 60 piece. The West Valley Symphony usually is the one doing it. And they usually have their regular conductor, which I think his name is Donnie Gilbert, because I'm reading it off of the web page.
I think that's his name.
I think that's his name, if I remember correctly. But Sterling Paulson, do you know who that is? The weatherman
The weather
for, I
guy,
think,
yeah.
yeah, he'll usually come and do a song or two conducting. And then they'll have like Santa Claus comes, the Jazz Bears there. They'll usually have a local celebrities and even like musicians, like Kurt Bester is going to be there this year.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then, do you know who Matt and Savannah Shaw are? Those YouTube sensations that started singing during COVID,
I don't think
the
so.
the father daughter duo. They've kind of gotten famous from doing little duets on YouTube. They're going to be there. Um, yeah, it's just fun. It's free. They'll have some concession stands open usually for popcorn, stuff like nachos and stuff like that that you can buy, which makes it fun. But yeah, you just go and you sing a bunch of Christmas carols, kind of get you more into that Christmas mindset and spirit. A little secret, the not really a secret, but they do free parking at the Park Place, which is like the northeast corner of 300 South and West Temple. And it's a good time. Like it's free, which I like.
Does it get pretty packed?
It gets pretty full. I think the last time we went it was about 3/4 full. So there's still a lot of seats open, but it gets pretty full. They'll put like they would for a concert. They'll put seats down on like the floor,
Uh-huh.
and that's usually for like I'm assuming that's probably reserved for like Larry H. Miller family and all the important people. Um, but we usually sit in the upper bowl and just hang out and sing, and it's kind of come a small tradition for my siblings and their kids. But yeah, I was wondering if they were going to do it this year, and I think it was like just a week ago, I heard on the radio, so I blasted it out to my family. They're like, "Oh, great! We wonder if they're going to do it this year." So it's
I think
back.
they did it last year too.
They might have.
I think my mom went to it last year.
Okay. But one thing I was like, when I was reading about it, it says it's the 38th annual. And I'm like, they've been doing this basically my whole life. Like, that doesn't sound right. And it's is, but it isn't. So the Larry H. Miller Group's only been doing it since 1997.
Okay.
Why? Because it used to be done at the tabernacle by the church prior to that. So 12 years earlier, they were doing it at the tabernacle. But as you know, the tabernacle is pretty small. And as it grew, it just got too many people were coming that they
Everybody in
couldn't.
the valley could fit there back in 1997.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's amazing how many people can fit in that tabernacle, but it's definitely tight quarters when you're inside there. And it's cool acoustics in there as well.
So
But
I mean, the
anyways,
Miller family's still involved, but they're not involved. I don't think at all with the jazz anymore. I think that's completely been dissolved. So it's
well, they probably still has something to do with the arena. They probably still own the arena, right? Or basically, my understanding is Gail kind of sold a large portion of the Miller Group, right? But she still like has retains ownership, some ownership, and I don't know.
yeah.
I didn't look into that too much, but going back to this, so back in '97, they realized there was too many people coming to Tabernacle, so the Larry H. Miller Group, Larry H. Miller said, you can use the Vivint Arena, and that's how it became the
The
Larry H.
Delta
Miller,
Center.
the Delta Center back then. You are correct.
And it's not going to
Um,
be the Vivint Arena anymore either.
yeah, they changing that since because Vivint just sold out, right?
Yep, they just sold it.
So are they changing the name of Vivint to
Oh,
not
I
the
don't
arena,
know.
but Vivint?
Is so Vivint got sold. I thought it was the arena. It got sold to
Uh-uh.
some Houston
No,
company.
no, they bought Vivint
Oh, okay.
for like
So it
two
might still stay
points.
Vivint then.
So it might still stay Vivint if they still remain the sponsor if they don't change the name of the company, which I think would be dumb to change the name when you have that much. Um,
Recognition.
yeah. So you've never been to this, but your family has.
I've never been. I'm pretty sure my mom went, like I say, maybe last year, and I think she's gone other times to it before, but I think it'd be a fun thing to go to. It sounds like something that people would pay to go to.
I wonder if
Maybe
they
there's
did
more
charge
draw
admission. If
because of
they,
it,
what's
because
that?
it's free. Maybe there's like a more people are interested because it's free, but I could see people paying a small like $5 and they'd still feel it was worth it to go to.
Yeah, but I think this is the way like I said, it started out with the church sponsoring it at the temple grounds. So I can't imagine the church charging anything for that because they don't charge for their Christmas stuff and concerts and whatnot. So
Yeah,
I think it's one way that the Miller Group felt like they're giving back to the community. But I could also see, like you're saying, like maybe they could say the tickets are free, but we encourage a donation for a charity or something like that if you can
true.
give. But it makes me wonder too, like you just said, if you were charging even like $5, would it be as crowded? I don't think it would be as crowded as
Yeah,
if
probably
it were
not.
free.
Unless there's people that have built it up as a tradition and that's how they get in
Right.
on cashing that in. Because I'm sure it's expensive just to put something like this on, but maybe with the coupons and everything they offer, it kind of comes
Well,
back to them in
right.
a way.
Yeah, I'm sure the donuts and the coupons they offer are expensive, but at the same time, when they're giving out coupons,
Bringing in business.
yeah, it's for their own businesses, which they benefit from. And then everything else, I'm assuming like the orchestra and everyone else probably does it on their own dime. It's a volunteer
Yeah.
thing. So really, it's just the overhead of the arena. And then, like I said, they do sell concessions, but it's not like the commercial like Iceberg's not open and stuff like that. It's just the Larry H. Miller concessions. So I'm sure they make a little bit back on the popcorn sales and drinks and stuff like that. So it might be a break even for them at the end of the day. But still cool that they do it.
So what kind of songs are you singing? All the traditional Christmas songs?
Yeah, they sing a lot of the traditional stuff. And then I think you sing like Santa Claus is coming to town or something like that. And then Santa Claus comes out.
Spoiler much.
Sorry, Santa. I know him.
So it's on Monday. It's what's the time?
Monday the 19th. Starts at 7, but they open the
Okay.
doors about an hour before the show.
So it's
So I
not something you
recommend,
need to take work off for. You can
right?
go after work and enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, it's not snowing or bad weather because I'm sure that would uh, lessen the crowds if it were bad weather. But it's I guess it's nice to get there a little early to make sure you get it done for donut if that's what they're giving out this year and the coupons they give out and to get a good seat, I guess. But I mean, there really is not a bad seat in the house when you're just doing sing along stuff and
Unless you
um,
really want to get up close with Kurt.
yeah, or if you really want to see Kerr or Matt and Savannah, you want to see them, then maybe get there a little early, or just join the West Valley Symphony, and you'll be right there.
Yeah, just
You can
join.
see
I
them.
hear they just take walk-ins.
It's a good time.
So you be going?
Yes, yes. My family, like I said, I texted our family group when I heard they were doing it just like a week ago. Found out about it, and everybody's like, "Yay, it's back!"
So
Well,
another
you said it might
benefit,
already been back. I'm not sure if it was back last year, but it might have been.
you can
Um,
go see Kurt Bester. You get to go see the Jazz Bear, Matt and Savannah. Did you say?
Matt Savannah, and then you could
The
go walk around
orchestra,
the temple.
and then you can go
What's
see Nate, who's also going to be there.
Yeah, I'll
I
be
mean, that's
there.
probably the bigger reason to go is to hopefully see you.
Yeah, I'll try, but I usually go in disguise just because of
Yeah,
don't want to cause a scene.
I don't blame you.
Which I
And
think I
it's
already told you, right? So going off subject again, last Saturday was the second Saturday of the month. So you know what that is, right? Second
Nut
Saturday.
Garden, of
Yeah,
course.
Nut Garden. So we went to the Nut Garden. Brett was nice enough to let us in early because he told us to come early the last time. Not the best product this time, but he did send me a text later on saying that a few people showed up that claimed they heard about it on our podcast. So I think we have a few, what do you call them, secret listeners that
Diehard fans.
haven't spoken up and let us know that they're listening. So for those of you who did hit the Nut Garden, hope it was worth your trip, and yeah, let us know.
And for those of you that do frequent all the places and things we recommend, make sure you let them know that we're sending you that way. And not that we're getting paid, we just like to know that we'd like them to know that you heard it from us.
You heard from us first.
You heard it from us first.
Yeah, it has been fun. I mean, how many? This is 2.5 years we've been doing this.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun now driving around town, like, oh yeah, we did an episode here, or oh crap, we still need to do an episode about this place.
We
Um,
could do this forever and never run out of things to do. Maybe
but
there's
but yet when
bigger
we're in a crunch,
things
it's really hard to think of something to do.
when you're in a crunch, right?
And then all of a
But
sudden, then we all of a sudden have like 13 ideas we want to do at once. So
we've always got lots to do, lots of suggestions and fun things that we have on our list that still need to be done. But you know, we appreciate you guys listening.
can I tell you one like totally off topic thing
Absolutely.
as usual? So Cafe Rio, did you do the Cafe Rio gift cards this year in Costa Vida?
I did Costa Vida.
Costa Vida. I just have so much money at Costa Vida that I need to spend. So I didn't do them this year, but I did Cafe Rio. Because they are always doing like 4 times the points or something crazy like that. They do a lot more deals lately than Costa Vida does. So we definitely spend our money at Cafe Rio for that reason. But they were doing 4 times the points this last weekend, which was great. But I always look at the machine to see if horchata's in the machine, if I'm going to get a drink or not. And if it's not full of horchata, then I don't get a drink. But I looked over it. I'm like, oh yeah, they got horchata. So I bought a drink, which I normally don't get because I don't drink soda, right?
Right.
But next to horchata, they had a drink called like mango pina colada or something like that.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. If you like mango, it was fantastic.
If
Like
you
I
like
now want to
mango.
go to, yeah, if you like mango, I loved it. It almost tasted like a smoothie, like a watered down smoothie. But I would go to Cafe Rio just to get the drink now if they keep that flavor in there. So just wanted to give you that tip. And if anybody else out there will go try it and let me know that I'm not crazy, that it really is that great.
And tell them that Nate sent you there to try it.
Large Marge sent you.
Oh, well, look at the time. I gotta go to bed. Still gotta brush my teeth, feed the hog. Still got homework to do. Still got those bills to pay. Wash the car.
We checked all the lights, right, Russ? I just appreciate you, Brandon. You taught me everything I knew about exterior elimination.
Someday I'll be like Clark. Someday.
It's not you roll over and let Uncle Clark rub your belly. What else do we? Yeah, the Margot. I wasn't talking to you. That one comes up a lot.
So many quotable moments from that movie.
Yeah.
Tell us
And
what
like
your
I said,
favorite Christmas vacation quote is.
what mine is or yours?
No, I'm saying to the listeners
Oh
because I mean
yeah.
we're sharing all of
Oh,
ours. What
can
is
you really
your?
can you really narrow it down to one?
If you can narrow it down to one, what is it? Let us know.
Yeah. Happy Hanukkah.
Thanks for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
See you next week.